Dr. Gurram, you are there, Miss Mane? Yeah. Welcome, Professor Rokendro Singh. Though you are our own colleague in the department, we have to welcome you. So this is Professor N. Rokendro Singh, is my colleague in the Department of Commerce, Mizoram University. He joined in the constituent college of our university, that is Pachunga University College, in 2004. After 4 years, he joined the department as reader. Then he became associate professor. Now, for last 5-6 years, he has been serving the department as a professor. I don't take much time, and he will introduce himself. And Professor Rokendro Singh, this is your session, and try to complete by 3 p.m. and after giving some 10 to 15 minutes time for interaction. And they don't have access for audio or video. They will post their questions in the chat box. So towards the end, you can respond to those questions. So as I have some other engagement, I think I may join after maybe 45 minutes before concluding your session. So please allow me to leave this platform. And now this is your time, sir. Professor Rokendro Singh. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, all the participants. I am going to today. I am Professor Rokendro Singh, working in the Department of Commerce, Mizoram University. And today, I will be presenting on the topic of managing human-employee relations. Okay, I will share the slides. So managing human resources. Okay, can you see slides, sir?
Not yet.
Not yet, sir. Okay. Screen sharing failed. Okay. Yeah. Why is failed? I will share again. Share screen. Okay. Sir, some error code is coming. 105035.
Then better disconnect and reconnect. I think that may solve the problem.
Screen sharing has failed. Please try again later. 105035. Yeah. Some code.
Okay, so try disconnect and reconnect.
Okay.
So Professor Rokendro is having some issues in connection, so he's trying to reconnect. Hardly take 1 more minute to be there. Meanwhile, I may give you a brief introduction. Professor Rokendro Singh is a professor in the Department of Commerce, Mizoram University. He is having more than 20 years experience of teaching. His area of interest is human resource management, entrepreneurship, marketing, and finance. He has written a book on tourism related topic. He is having more than 30 papers published in different journals. He has presented some more than around 30 papers in different seminars. Now he's back. So Rokendro, you may start now.
Okay. Share screen. Same conditions, sir. I don't know why.
So do one thing. You send your PPT to me. I will try to share from here.
Okay. I'll send to WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp. Please.
I'm sorry, it's taking time again.
Yeah, it's maybe heavy. Or internet is slow, maybe.
I'm our landline only, but I'm connecting our landline to my laptop.
Okay, okay. Then it should be good.
But yeah, it's good, but yeah, still. Okay, okay, now I think. I have some similar name slides, so I'm just checking whether it's correct or not. Okay, sir. Yeah, I have sent.
Yes, received. Received now.
Okay, then I will just start. Okay, sir.
Yeah. I'm trying to open this.
Yeah. So managing human resources is one of the main paper, and under the human resource management, there are various aspects of relating to human working in the organization, and this managing employee relation is one and a part of the industrial relation in the organizations. So right from the joining an employee up to the exit, maybe retirement or resignation, they have taken a great role in the organization, various activities they perform. And for achieving the organizational goal and individual goals, good relationship is a must, and therefore we study about some aspects regarding maintaining sound employee relations in the organizations. So this, okay. Today's lecture will be on this, some of the collections from my side and regarding the employee relation. So employees are the major asset of an organization. Without the employees, they cannot, the organization cannot achieve and perform all the activities. And again, when people join the organization, we also, right from the beginning, we try to give good relations, right from why we conduct that induction programs, because we want to introduce our organization, our colleagues to the newly joined fellow members. So right from the beginning, when one joins to the organization, we try to maintain good relationship. If we have good relationship, then the organization can achieve in a better way. So employee relationship is one of the aspects, and the employee relationship management in this, we try to management aspects were applied to keep the relationship among the employees, employee and the employer, and employer management. Management will refer sometimes that the bodies employer, that employer only, and the top management committees which are given for the which are formed for making policies, programs of the organization. So employee relationship management is one of the various upcoming and very important aspects in the HR management. And employee relationship management, we can refer it as managing the relations between the various employees in the organization, between employer and employee, between among the employees at the same level, or maybe with the different levels also, like the superior subordinate relationship that will be maintained. So employee relationship management is an art of employee relationship manager is an art which effectively monitors and manages the relation between individuals in the same team from different teams. Then employee relationship management also helps in strengthening the bonds among the employees, ensures that each one is contented and enjoys a healthy relation with each other. That is another one. And employee relationship management includes various activities undertaken by the superiors or the management to develop healthy among the employees and extract best out of each team members. So the participants in the employee relationship management are the employee himself or herself. So right from the joining the organization till exit or retire from the organization. So employees are engaged. They are engaging on various activities of the organization, which leads to the success of the organization. So the key players of the organization are mainly the employees and employers are one of the key players. And here I just want to say that when people join as one join, we conduct, whether it may be very short or long, some induction programs to introduce ourselves. And when someone retire, again also we.
Professor Rokendro, are you able to see the slides?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, able. So just keep on telling me when to change. Accordingly, I will change. Or if you feel comfortable, you may come to my room and continue from this computer. What is the benefit?
That also okay.
Yes.
But here I can see.
You can see. You can see. Then okay. Then you keep on telling me when to change. Okay. Continue.
Okay. I am opening in my desktop also.
Okay. But you keep on telling me when to change.
Okay. Okay. Then what shall I have to tell the okay. Anyway, so the participants before the slide I'm explaining is about the previous slide. Okay. So please sometime the previous slides. Okay, some more, one more previous slide. Yeah. I think fourth slide. Okay. Here then we perform, we conduct induction to introduce the people newly joined the organization. Then we try to make a good relation, start from the beginning. Then at the end also, when people come to the retirement age or when they want to exit the organization by getting some better job or some reason, they retire. At that time also we sometimes hold that farewell functions to encourage that to so that we are all in touch with him. This is a type of developing a good relation. So relationship will continue if they also retire, and sometimes they may come that we show at the farewell functions. So that is why we develop a good relationship, and that will helpful for the organizational achievement. Then the management, the committee is formed by the employer for the policy makers, the top management, they also perform the various area of functions in the production, finance, and market, and human resource. And they also try to make policies for the development of the staff and other activities. And then the organization, the workplace itself is also another place where the conditions of the organization are also required: good working hour, good workplace, well ventilated environment. So this also required to have a good employee relationship in the organization. Then another participants are employee associations or trade unions. Normally trade unions, they are also taking not only for the employees, but also for the, when there is some disputes arise or grievances, these trade unions, through these trade unions, the management or the employer can also manage those unwanted things arising out among the employees through these representatives of the employees, through these trade unions, association members. They can also communicate, negotiate those issues on that. Then they will also manage for maintaining a sound employee relation. Then other things are, there are many other things which are external to the organization. So because external members are also one of the important party. Okay, so employees, like here we can say work-life balance also. Suppose family members, if there is some engagement in family, I have to attend the work and I have to also need to present at my family function. So there will some social gatherings, some business and others external activities also sometimes required, and sometimes political and social organizations also need to have a sound maintaining good relation. So that will also helpful for the managing. So if all these participants have a good relation and there is a good maintaining among the members, then we may assume that there will be a good employee relation. For that, we need to develop in every aspect of the organizational members and organizational activities. So, sir, next slide. Certain activities which are imperative for a healthy employee relationship or a healthy employee relationship management. Yeah, there is communication. Transparency in communication is also one of the most important for healthy employee relationships. Suppose we should not we should avoid words which are getting confusion or which are misunderstanding. We should thought into relevant words which can avoid confusion and understanding at the workplaces. So must be a professional or any manager or superior or that employer, while communicating to the employees or the members in the organization, should effectively and carefully put his thought before communicating. So it should be very clear. Once communication has to be crisp and precise to create as impression. Okay, so sometimes we can also for doing good work, we can just say thank you, you are doing very well, good, or something. That will also create the relationship better. So word of mouth and some communication, even in writing, sending messages or through email or whatever, these are also helpful in the creation of employee good relationship, healthy employee relationship. Then assign challenging works to the team members is another for motivating the employees in the workplace. So next slide. Okay. Encourage group activities at the workplace. So that is another thing which we can also develop for managing or maintaining good relationship. Then, okay, I will not explain all those much because the slides are many. Then this year, encouraging group activities, The concept and of work stations and cubicles must be promoted rather than closed cabins. This also is one of the to see each other. Like if the employees are sitting in the closed room, in the next room some friends are sitting, but we cannot see. If we are using workstations and the cubicles which are just 4 or 3 feet high and adjacent to the cabin, someone is sitting. Sometimes we can stand up and talk also, say good morning, say hi, what are you doing? Some communication that also may create some of the environment to give better relationship among the co-workers. Okay, so this also have the concept of workstations, cubicles must be promoted rather than closed cabins. This also sometimes we can use in some of the workstations. That is another. Then second and next slide. The employees must be motivated to avoid politics and blame game at work. There should not be politics. We cannot say no, but we can try to minimize the politics in the workplaces and the blame games by blaming someone is doing that thing or whatever. So avoid gathering into unnecessary controversies and useless criticism at work. Respect the team members as well as the superiors. This is another which are essential for the certain activities which are essential for the maintaining good relationship. Then partialities must be avoided. Suppose some treat everyone as one. Every individual must respect each other. We should not participate. We should not separate its members like groupism or other way of separating. Then the superiors or the team leaders must not act pricey and try to dominate their team members. They should not be try to dominate. They should not be act as like a very big boss. So they should be treated as a well-wishers. Okay, for the and the subordinate members also think that our superiors are our seniors and the well-wishers and mental and we are getting support from him, and the superiors also like they will support from the to the subordinates. So these are some of the things which can be used for developing a good employee relationship. Then another thing, some importance of employee relations at workplace, because some activities individuals cannot do alone, cannot achieve alone. That we need some friends help. So each other. If there is a good employee relations at the workplace, that will be very much helpful for the organization, for the individuals. And I just put up some points here. Every individual at workplace shares a certain relationship with his fellow workers. So human beings are not the machines. So sometimes somebody forget, and friends may remember. So that they discuss ideas with each other and share their happiness and sorrows also among the members. An individual cannot work on his own. He needs people around. So if the organization is all helping hand from each other, then the members in the organization, that will also helpful for the employees as well as the organization. Then so an isolated environment demotivates an employee and they spread negativity around. This is another. Then there are several issues on which an individual cannot take decisions alone. So when he needs guidance from and advice from others, and in that regard, so good relationship. If there is no good relationship, there is no good relationship between the members, so when they will be hesitant to get suggestions or like that. So it is better. Yeah, it's the importance that employee relations in the workplace. If it is good, then there will be better. That is significant for the organization as well as the individual employees. So work becomes easy if it's shared among all. So there is another important for the good employee. If there is a good or healthy relation among the fellow workers, there would be ease of work lot on and then increase productivity also. Okay. So then organizations become a happy place to work if the employees work together as a family. Okay. As a family members, if the employees think and they work together, that will be very much a happy place for the employees. So that is another importance. And an individual feels motivated in the company of others. While working alone, he may not be very lonely. He may feel lonely. Then when they work with the with the other members, okay, then they may be very much motivated, and the feeling of loneliness that may be, and one may feel secure and confident also. Okay. So healthy employee relations also discourage conflicts and fight among individuals also. Then a healthy employee relation reduces the problems of absenteeism at the workplace, even the turnover also. If they are very happy in the workplace, then they may not want to leave also. Okay, the organization. So these are some of the things because okay. Then role of communication in the employee relation, yeah, as I mentioned in the first slide also, communication is also one of the important. Communication is not only important in our daily lives, but also play a crucial role at the workplace. Okay, good communication, word of mouth, is also important, and the communication has to be transparent and precise for a warm relationship among employees. The employees must be very clear about what is being expected from them. Okay. These are some. So communication is also, and there will be different ways of communication may be developed. For example, from the top-down suggestions maybe come up from the lowest level to the higher level, and some communication from the top to bottom among the members at the horizontal level. All types of channels of levels of communication should be well developed to have a good relationship. That is why I just here the role of communication and relation. So the role of communication is very important for maintaining a good relationship among the members in the organization. Members means employee, employee, and stakeholders. Okay. So then motivation and employee relationship. So motivation is also sometimes required. If someone is doing very good, excellent jobs, if no one saying even hi or some hello, then whatever he did next time, he may not perform in that way. So a healthy employee relationship leads to an increased level of satisfaction among the employees, and they need also motivated. Okay. Workplace becomes much happier place, and the employees tend to concentrate more on work rather than productive things. So motivation plays an important role in the healthy employee relationship. Okay. So a motivated employee works better than who are not motivated. Okay, we can say like that. So a motivated employee works better and at a much faster rate as compared to others. Then simple words like well done, bravo, great, whoa, can actually work wonders and go a long way in motivating an individual. When they perform a better job, we can just say great, whoa, something. That will also, it seems very simple, but that will create an environment to the workplace. Okay, better. So the individual will also feel that they are considered, their works are considered by the members in the organization. So next time I will do better again, then I will get some more reputation or whatever, and they will feel happy. That will also create. So motivation and employee relationship also is close related. So we need to motivate the employees. Among the employees also, they have to recognize what they have done and better. So okay. So a token of appreciation is a must. Okay, cash prize, gift vouchers, shopping coupons also may help to motivate the employees in a better extent, so they do not lose focus and instead take each others help. Okay, if they are not given such type of things, and they expect, if they don't expect, maybe continue as usual. If they expect by doing some better job, some appreciation, then if that appreciation is not given, then they may definitely feel something otherwise. Okay, so that is also a token of appreciation may be used to appreciate, to motivate the employees to a great extent. Then the employees must be motivated not to spread negativity around. Okay, negative things should not be go beyond around. So only the will encourage for the positive things to spread, and okay, they are passionate, tensions and work. So these things. So they should be made to realize the importance of teamwork at the workplace and healthy relation with the colleagues. And negativity should be stopped. Okay. Then motivate employees to work in a group rather than working alone. And they should be encouraged to work together rather than to work alone. Okay. So they must be realized that working in group means a better exchange of ideas, thoughts. Okay, then that would be the more fruitful for performing the activities. Then awareness, award ceremonies. Award ceremonies must be organized at the workplace to acknowledge the top performers also. That will also lead to have a better relationship and for more motivating the employees. Display their names on the company's main notice board so that they can know that their work is recognized. Okay, then that will also be used for the motivation of the employees. And job rotation, promotions. Job rotations means they can also be rotated. Sometimes when people are doing particular work continuously for a long time, they also sometimes boring and monotony. If such type of things happen, they can just rotate some among the managers in production, finance, marketing, or some similar job getters. They can just rotate for some time, some period of time, then they can feel refreshed. That will also helpful in motivating or maintaining good relation. Then promotions also be important to motivate employees, but everyone cannot be promoted. So we can use some different, but there should be some schemes, policies, procedures regarding the promotion and advancement and career planning and development among the members. Then the employees can try to get those things. Okay. And attitude of the employees also very much important. The attitude plays an important role in improving the relationship among the individuals. So nothing is possible unless and until an individual has a positive attitude towards the life. Okay. So positive attitude maintaining is also one of the important for employee relationship. That an individual should never ever have a negative attitude at the workplace. Okay, this is on one stick. They should not have any negative attitude, or should not. They should try, if they have, to reduce and improve their positive attitude towards the workplace and expect quality of work from them. Okay. Then don't always find faults in others. Okay, this is another one. Don't find faults only the features which are more important. You can find not only find don't not finding the faults. You can find some goodness from the others. Okay. So no two individuals are alike. They have different views, different things, and different thoughts, and different intelligence and education. So they will, if they work together, so they will do. The adjustment does not mean accepting the wrong things. So adjustment should be only accepting the right things and the compromising sometimes. Okay, for the wrong things also you can just surrender or compromise. Then attitudes, okay. So one should not be too rigid also. Okay, be little flexible is also important. Sometimes that will also create a good thing for the organization. Then an individual should not make issues out of the small things. That is, it is always better to forget things, ignore things as long as they are not affecting your team's performance. Okay, so these are. Then one should be forgiving. Sometimes somebody may have some mistakes. Then if forgiving, then they may try again for the betterment the next target. Okay. So if boss is angry with someone over something, then to take that initiative and say sorry to him that way. So the simple word sorry can also be very helpful in motivating at this type of attitudes can also be helpful for the maintaining of good relationship on the in the organizations. So don't carry your ego to the work. So this is another okay. One should always keep his personal life separate from the professional affairs. Then treat your colleagues as your friends. These are some points regarding the attitude and the employee relationship, which can be developed in a positive way. So these are the main aspects of the maintaining sound employee relation. So various aspects are there for maintaining employee participation, collective bargaining, disciplinary procedure, grievance procedure, and quality of work life. Even the work-life balance, maintaining good work-life balance, that all will be helpful for the. Okay, so I will just go one by one for the these key aspects of management, human resource, key aspects of human resource management for maintaining sound employee relationship. Okay, and the employee participation in management is one of the important. Suppose when employees are participated in the decision-making process of the organization, they feel that they are considered, their ideas are considered, and they will feel as a part of the organization. If they are not taking any suggestion, any participation in decision-making or any activities of the organization, only that functional activities assigned, then there will be some problems. Okay, so and then when the policies are come up, policies are made for any issues or whether maybe promotion or transfer or any working hours, if that is come out against the expectation of the employees, that will be very adverse effect to the organization. If suppose the organization members, the employees are considered, their suggestions are considered while designing, while making the policies, then even if some mistakes, some rigid policies are there, they will try to, if they all agree. Okay, so employee relationship should be maintained by participating in various management aspects. So there are various ways or degrees of participation, just like participating as just sharing information, just writing a suggestion, giving, and the management will take a decision, final decision, but they can contribute their views, ideas, information sharing, participation. And the highest participation may be among the board of, among the members, there is association, then the president or secretary can be appointed as workers or employees representative for the board member. As a board member, then they will sit in the board of directors meetings. Okay, that may be highest, then they will also involve in decision making. So that refers that the employee representative are in the board members, in the board meetings. So that will be also one of the participation. So participation is very much important for maintaining a good employee relation. Okay, employee participation in management or workers participation in management is a very old concept, and still it is effective. So it is a system of communication and consultation, either formal or informal, by which employees of an organization are kept informed about the affairs of the organization and their undertakings. To workers' participation, okay, I'll just go to the next point. So characteristics of the employee participation in management. Participation implies practices which increase the scope of the employee's share of influence in decision-making process. Okay. Participation presupposes willing acceptance of the responsibility by workers or employees. So employee participation participate in a management not as individual but as a group representative. Okay. Even sometimes they can also participate individually. They can give some suggestions individually also, and somebody as a representative, they can also participate for the group also. Okay. Workers' participation in management differs from collective bargaining. So collective bargaining is for this whole employees, but sometimes participation management may be for the whole or for the individual employees also. Okay. They can also share information, suggestions. They can put up some of their views to the organization for the upcoming decision processes. Okay. So some of the objectives of participative management is to establish industrial democracy, build the most dynamic human resource, to satisfy the workers' social and esteem needs, to strengthen labor management cooperation, sustain industrial peace and harmony, promote increased productivity, etc. Okay. Then there's some of the importance of the unique motivational power and a great psychological value. That is also there. Workers can see actions would contribute to the overall growth of the company or organization, and the participation makes them more responsible. That will also create them better understanding and well managed, and then good employee relationship. Okay. They become more willing to take initiative and come out with cost-saving suggestions and growth-oriented ideas. Ideas can be generated by themselves and submit to the management as information sharing. And then some of the levels of, there are 5 levels of participation in management from the employees. So 5 levels of participation. First level is just information sharing. Okay, information participation. It ensures that employees are able to receive information from the top, and they can also express their views pertaining to the matter of general economic importance for some of the organizational views. Okay, they can submit to the higher authorities, and that information can be considered. But they will not take part in the decision-making process. They will just share. They will get the information. They will share the information. It is just minimum participation of the members. Then consultative participation. Under this consultative participation, here the workers are consulted on the matters, not only just taking information, they consult through maybe some small meetings, but they will just ask some of the consult about some of the matters of the employee welfare, work and safety and health, and some other issues of the employment, employment issues. Then they will just consult and taken some views from the employees by the management or the employer or the executive team members. Then they will just collect, but they will not involve. The employees are not involved when they take the final decision. The decision will be taken by the top level management only. Okay, but the views are considered. They have taken some views of the employees. So this is, we call it consultative participation. Then associative participation. This level of participation is one of the extension of the previous participation, consultative participation as management. Here, the moral obligation to accept, implement. Here, they take decisions. They take consulted and views, ideas, and decision also taken together. Okay. Under this method, managers and workers jointly take decisions. Employees and employers, they jointly take decisions together. So that is another better participation. Then administrative participation. It also ensures that the share of workers' participation, discharge of managerial functions. There may be some alternatives of performing, doing some activities. So the management has given to the employees, they can alternatives, then prefer alternatives. There may be 2, 3 alternatives, and then the employees have to select the best from those for implementation. So that chances are also given. Administrative part. This is a higher than the previous participation. Then decisive participation. This is some regarding the policy decisions. Okay, at the top. Sometimes highest participation here. Sometimes some members of the employees as a director of employees, representative director or some member in the board, then they can also participate from the employee side, then take involved in decision making jointly. Matters relating to the organizational policies, okay, production, welfare, many major policies of the organization. At the board of directors level of meetings, okay, that will be one of the highest participation. So if there is some participative management in the organization, whether it may be to the lower level or highest level, that it will also helpful in managing the employee relationship. It will get to some extent, great extent for managing good relationship among the employer and employees. Okay. So there are another forms of this is I'm just putting some forms of participation also. Works committee, and under this works committee, it is based on the Industrial Disputes Act 1947. If there are more than 100 or more employees employed in a particular organization, they need to form works committee as per this Industrial Act 1947. So this committee are having members from the employee side as well as employer or management. Equally, they will form
the committee and conduct act as the for maintaining some employment. I mean, those who are required in the employment from the any activities. Maybe it may be based on compensation, or it may be for the welfare measures, or it may be other type of issues rising in the organization. So they will try to maintain cordial and harmonious relationship between the members, the employers and employees in the organization through these works committees. And if there are 100 and more employees, it is compulsory as per the Industrial Dispose Act. Okay. Then Joint Management Council. Joint Management Council here is also in the organization where there is around 500 employees are required, more than 100, more number of 100, then they may form a Joint Management Council. Okay, that is also one of the important point. Joint Management Council is another form of participative management. Through this Joint Management Council, they can also participate. It is also introduced in the Industrial Resolution 1956 pertaining to the second 5-year plan. Okay. Then employee participation in the board. This is the highest or board representation, as we have already mentioned. Sorry. Well, this part should be for the above I have written here. No need this second employee participation on the board. Here no need for the 500 or more. I have wrongly put here. This units employing 500 more needs. This is for the above Joint Management Council. Okay, this is slide. This sentence should be in the above point. So Joint Management employee participation on the board or board representation is here is the highest participation. Under this type of participation, 2 employees are elected on the board of directors. The main idea of this is to safeguard the interests of the employees. Okay, and this last sentence should be for the above point, Joint Management Council. I wrongly paste here. Okay, type here. Then Joint Consultative Committee. It is also similar with Joint Management Council and Works Committee. Actually, it is a mixture of the board. And there are 2 committees. In these committees, it is introduced by the Government of India in 1975. And there is 2 tier. One is at the SOC level, SOC Council, and another is Joint Council at the enterprise level. Okay. That is there, and it also needs when there is 500 or more employees employing, then this Joint Consultative Committee is also required. So Joint Management Councils, Joint Consultative Committees are required in the organizations where there is more than 500 or more employees employing the organization. So then collective bargaining. Through collective bargaining, there is another section. I will just come to that. Through collective bargaining, also employees can be participated. Okay. Through negotiation, there will be 2 groups from the employee side. From the employee side, they will negotiate it for the issues rise from the employers or employees also sometimes. Normally, mainly from the issues are coming from the employees, like increase in pay, maintaining better working conditions, and the working hour. All that matters maybe come up from the employee side. Sometimes some changes, implementation of technology or some software or processing, some technological change that can also propose from the employer side. So negotiation can be done through both in the process. Okay. So then collective bargaining. Okay. So collective bargaining, here negotiation, the word negotiation is very important. Internet is unstable. So collective bargaining is one of the negotiation process that takes place between the employer and the group of employees when they raise some of the issues for change in, say like increase of pay or reduce the working hour or some regarding the promotion policies, change in promotion policy, transfer policy. They may put up some by the employees. Then they will discuss in the table and negotiated. Once the issue is negotiated, that will the final result for the collective bargaining process. Okay, so it is one of the important for maintaining the relationship, and some of the collective bargaining issues are like a collective bargaining process. So here we need some few steps. One is preparation. They have to be informed on whether the collective bargaining is rising from the employer or employee, mainly from the employees. Okay. So there should be some preparation. They have to be well informed about that. So we want to increase 10% from the present salary pay. Then the management, then the management may say that we don't have money, we want to increase only say around 3%. Then they may negotiate it they may sit for more than 2-3 rounds also sometimes if the negotiation point is not arrived. I mean, then at the end they may settle at 4% or 5% increase. That will be the negotiated or the result of the bargaining. So here preparation is required for collective bargaining. And so next slide, sir. Then discussion. After preparation, there will be some discussion in the forum. There's main thing, then proposal, discussion when to sit the bargaining, when they will fix the time, place, number of participants. Also, they may decide from the representatives of the employer, employee. Then proposal, counter proposal. There are two types of proposal. Proposal is the initial proposal. Say the employees want to increase pay by 10%. That is the proposal. Then counter proposal means the employer, the management may say we can increase only 3% or 2%. That is counter proposal. When the proposal and counter proposal is having large difference, the meeting cannot be finished. So they can bargaining can go on different rounds. So these proposals are required for the collective bargaining process. If there is no proposal, no collective bargaining. Then if there is no counter proposal also, the collective bargaining cannot be success or complete. So then bargaining will start. So 10 and the counter proposal is set 3. That is not compromised. Then in the next sitting, they reduce from 10 to 8 or 7. Then in the next counter proposal from 3 to 4, 7 and 4. Then again, no compromise, no negotiation. Then in the third round, they said from 7, they reduce by the employees 5. Then the management also agreed to 5. Then they come to the settlement. So that is a negotiated final agreement. So that is why in this way, collective bargaining can also be continued in the organizations, and that will also helpful for maintaining a sound relationship among the members, especially with the management or the employer and the employees. Okay. then employees will be satisfied and they will be agreed to work for the organization longer, like that. That is why. So sometimes some conditions are there, some essentials of effect. If suppose in any organization, if there is effective collective bargaining to be exist, some essential conditions are there, essential things. So freedom of association. If there is association, through association members, it is easier to negotiate. Okay, so freedom of association should be there. Yes, forming of association in the organization. If they don't allow forming of associations, then collective bargaining may not be very much hard. That is the idea. Then stability of the union. Then another is stability of the unions or employees or workers. So this is the association, not organization. Okay, organization or association. Okay, association may be better. So association, then there will be continued. If today the organized association or trade union is formed, then in next year it is dissolved, again new form, that will not be, it should be some not permanent, but still some existence of association or unions for longer period and for future also, that is required. The recognition of the trade unions or workers organization or association is also required, and support of the labor department, that is from the government or from the management support is also required, and bargain in good faith. Both the parties should be a bargain in good faith. Okay, there is some zero-sum game. Once gain is once loss, like that also there. But there are some bargaining issues may be zero-sum game. Some bargaining issues may be mutual gain also sometimes, for some other issues. Like for increase of pay, some issues may relate to the zero-sum game, but sometimes some policy matters may be for gain for the both, but bargaining may be required to implement in a better way. So disclosure of information, both the management and the unions should be keep their managers, members respectively well informed about the timing, about the matters, what things to be required, that all should be informed. Equality in bargaining positions in the parties, whether the top level managers, management executives, or that lower level in the association, there may be some members from the union or association. They all have the right equal bargaining position. Okay, they can have the right to speak in the same platform, same way. Then fair and political environment, social environment, fair political and social environment should be there. Then it should be non-violence. Violence should not be acceptable in the negotiating table. Then bargaining autonomy, minimum intervention. When someone is expressing the views either from the employee side or from the employer side, there should be no intervention from the other parties. They should first see what the proposal, what the counter proposal, and those things. So minimum intervention should be there. So if these 10 important essentials are involved, then the effective bargaining, collective bargaining is possible. That is another thing. And then next slide is about the disciplinary procedure. So disciplinary procedures also required in the process of managing employee relation. If there is no discipline, okay, misconduct, then it is we cannot hope for the good relation. Even among the members, among the employees, if there is some misunderstanding, then it cannot be maintained better. Okay, so a disciplinary procedure is require a clear process enabling employers to address issues of misconduct and about the employees during the course of their employment. So right from the joining of the organization, during they are working more than from since say 9 or 10 to 5 or 6. Then during that, if any misconduct happen, that has to be solved in no less time or in no longer time. Okay, I mean in the very lesser time. Okay, it should not take long time to solve any misconduct or conflicts between the members. Okay. So there are some processes for disciplinary actions for the organizational members. One may be informal, then another is formal process. Okay, informal process involving meetings with the employees without any formal procedures, and they just discuss about the matter with the members involved and the management team, and raise the issue and discuss, and then outcome of the meeting, then there will, if possible, improvements can be come up, and that will
It seems there is some disconnection from the side of the speaker. Yes, it is disconnected from the side of, actually they are operating from the department. Maybe disconnect, some connectivity issue there. Let us see whether he will be able to join or not. 1 or 2 minutes we will wait. If he is not able to join, then I think most of his presentation is over. Or if yeah, power was off there and now it is assumed, it seems. Power came, but no internet. I will ask them whether we could conclude. Pubarthendu, again, net is there. Net is there. Today we are doing good thing, no? You are operating from the department. I am working from home. So, so at least they can see one of our faces. Huh? Professor Rokendro Singh, he will join, I think.
Yeah. Now internet came, so he must be trying to join.
We will ask him to conclude in 10 minutes because
Okay.
afterwards we will have interactive session, and in our group we shared the link, the meeting link. So at 3, I request all the participants to join, and you can join directly. You have access to audio as well as video.
Okay. Yeah. Power cut, then internet also gone. So I was trying from my mobile, but now it's okay. So the disciplinary procedure may be through informal process or the formal process. We can concentrate on the formal process, some of the, and there should be some code of conduct of the organization, say like there should be no strike or lockdown without proper notice, or some issues or some rules or procedure code of discipline can be available in the frame by the organization. Then this disciplinary procedure may be better. Okay. So next slide, sir. The formal disciplinary process usually involves a number of stages. First is the investigation, invite to disciplinary hearing, then disciplinary hearing, then disciplinary outcome, then appeal process. So during the investigation, in the first stage investigation, is about the misconduct of the person or the fellow, the investigation will be followed. Okay. Then the important that investigation is it should be fair and balanced. It should not be purely focused on providing the employees guilty. Okay. It should be to find the causes only, not find only the guilty. The objective of any investigation is to decide on the balance of probabilities whether there is a case of answer, consider who should carry out the investigation, etc. Then invite the disciplinary hearing, ensure the formulation of the allegation is done correctly, consider including a more generic allegation like that. Then the invite should also advise of the potential outcome of the meeting. Then so that the disciplinary procedure should be, there should be some policies and procedures in the organization. Then it will helpful for maintaining the organization and maintaining good employer-employee or employee-employee relationship in the organization. So this disciplinary hearing, it is important that the hearing has a structure and that attendees and their roles are explained. Okay, it may be through, if they are to be joining through online, then it may be through via Zoom or similar options, and the meeting, it can be all the parties to be agreed on this, and may be recorded also, all the proceedings in that particular platform. So it may be physical, or it may also help through online or some other way. Then or blended mode also now is very common. So then disciplinary outcome. The disciplinary outcome should be confirmed in writing, as well as how long any warnings will last. It is important to set out the standards of future behavior and conduct expected. Okay. Then the potential consequences, if there is no improvement, then whether there will be any review before the warning expires, that should be there. Then employee need to be exercise the rights. Then appeal, the employee should be encouraged to provide the reasons for their appeal in writing. If the disciplinary outcome is not satisfied, then we can give appeal also, and that will be the final. Okay, then two more topics are here. Time is running. So grievances. Okay, the grievances is also one of the things. Grievance is one when there is a dissatisfaction among the employees. That employee, we may say aggrieved employee, and aggrieved employee, we can say that person is aggrieved employee when this dissatisfaction is in writing complaint to the authority, then that will be a grievance. So there is a difference. A complaint is an indication of employee dissatisfaction, which may be submitted in writing or not, or just informing that I am not satisfied with this procedure or these things. Then if the complaint is in writing and submitted to the authority and seek for redressal, then it is a grievance. Okay, so grievance is any dissatisfaction or feeling of injustice in connection with one's employment situation. It may be promotion, it may be transfer, it may be pay anomaly, whatever that will be. So that whenever there is some grievances, it should try to solve as early as possible to maintain better employee relation. So a grievance is any discontent or dissatisfaction where exposed or not, whether valid or not, arising out of anything connected with company or employment, where the employee thinks or believes that feeling is unfair and unjust and inequitable. So then he will be becoming an aggrieved employee, and then he will ask for redressal, then it is grievance. So grievance, there are next slide, sir. Grievance, just sum up. Okay, grievance, if there is a good grievance handling procedure, that will be very good for the maintaining of the good relationship between the members. The grievance may be between the employees also, or it may be between employer and employee upon some issues, or individual or a group also sometimes. But normally grievances come from individual employees. So employees grievances are come from, that is causes of grievances are in the organization arises due to violation of management responsibility, such as poor working condition, violation of company's rules and regulation by the authority, violation of labor laws, violation of natural rules of justice, unfair treatment of promotion, transfer, or etc. Then various sources of grievance may be, okay, there are various, we can categorize also the sources. Grievance resulting from management policy includes wage rate, leave policy, overtime, lack of career planning, role conflicts, lack of regard for the collective agreement. These things are there. Then grievance arising out of the working condition, poor safety, bad physical condition, unavailability of tools and the proper machinery, negative approach. Then grievance resulting from interpersonal factors include poor relationship with team members, autocratic leadership style of the superior, poor relationship with seniors, conflict with peers and colleagues. So from any of these issues, any of these causes, one may have agreed. Okay, then during that they can also rise or seek for redressal. Okay, so there are two types of procedure. One is open letter policy, open door policy, and another is step ladder policy. Open door policy refers that under this policy, an aggrieved employee is free to consult superior or any address or the department head of the department or the manager, executives to seek for redressal. So there is no formal steps or letter. Then they will submit the grievance and ask for redressal, and they will also give in this open door policy. He can meet anybody which he feel he will seek redress. Okay, grievance for redressal. Then under the step ladder policy, there are some 4-5 steps. One is in the first step, the grievance is to be submitted to the departmental representative, who is then in 2 days, 48 hours, the result will come. It should come within 48 hours. Then if that is not fulfilled, the redress, the result is not satisfied, then he may go to the second step. If the departmental representative fails to provide the solution, then we will go to the head of the department. That will take 3 days. Within 3 days, we will get the redress result. And then if it is not again not satisfied, then he may go to the grievance committee. The head of department will also submit to the grievance committee. Then the grievance committee will take recommendations from the manager within 7 days and inform to the form the report and will inform to the aggrieved person. Then step 4, the final decision of the management. So if the grievance committee decisions are not fulfilled, then they may go to the last highest management executives. Okay, that decision of the management will be the final. That will come in 7 days. If that also the decision is not it should be communicated in 7 days. If the decision is not fulfilled, that will be go for voluntary arbitration. That will be the final. Okay, this is some of the aspects. And then the last point is quality of work life. This is the quality of work life. In the organization, there are various aspects of quality of work, maintaining quality of work life. Quality of work life refers favorableness or unfavorableness of the job environment in the organization for its employees. If there is a good quality of work life, a sound working condition, well ventilation, and all the aspects, then there will be a good employee relation. That is one issue. And also people, they want to work in the organization where appreciation of the work what he done, what he did, and ample opportunity to grow. Then a friendly cooperative environment, feeling of second home as a homely to the organization in the workplace. By
Professor Rokendro,
yes, sir.
Try to conclude in 2-3 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'm completing. And the quality of people in the organization, employee development and career growth, that leading technologies and trust. that if all are exist in the organization in a better way, that then we can say that there is a good quality of work life, and then the world will be good for the maintaining good relationship between employer-employee and employee and employees. So there are some other aspects, the Richard E. Walton also gives some 8 aspects of work-life balance. Okay. That I'll just conclude here. Okay. So if there is a good work-life in the organization, there are various factors of maintaining quality of work life that may include the development of human, adequate, fair and compensation, safety and healthy work environment, growth and security, constitutionalism, social relevance, total life space, social integration, then the good work-life balance, and that will also be helpful for maintaining quality of good life, and then that will also be helpful for managing good employee relationship in the organization. So I think this will also so some of the important points in the last point. Some of the avoid the partiality at work. They should not consider someone is favorable, someone is not, like that. That should avoid. We should treat all are equal, and we all are one, and share. One is what is other is sharing for the betterment of the organization. And favoritism is one of the thing in the workplace. The employees must avoid loss, talk, and the blame game at work. Then an individual must never break his colleagues' trust, avoid communicating with employees individually. This is okay. Avoid criticism at work. So avoid being selfish at work. Then efforts must be taken to avoid conflicts at work, so that employees come closer to each other, work together, and does not lose their focus. So this must be good for the employee relationship in the organization, for maintaining good employee relation, employer and employees among the employees. Okay, so thank you, sir. This is what.
Okay, thanks,
Okay,
Professor Rokendro. Professor, thanks for your presentation. I think so far no question posted.
Okay.
Yes, no question posted. So we'll finish this session here itself, and next session will start immediately.
Okay.
This message is to participants that you are supposed to log off from the present login address, and a new link has been posted in your group. So try to join with that. On that link, you will be having audio and video access. So log off from this account and log in from the other the link already posted in your group.